So many of you may have watched my Royal Troon video, or at least I hope you did watch it, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. In that video, I topped a 3-wood, and I said, you know what, I'm going to find the answer as to why I topped it, and I'm going to bring you a video based on that top. Right, 260 yards to go. I've not got a bad lie. Oh. Okay, so lay up with a top. And in fairness to me, it was in long rough. It was a good lie, but it wasn't your kind of conventional kind of 3-wood second shot sort of scenario. So the very first thing you should do is when you're looking at trying to hit a 3-wood or a 5-wood or something of a really low lofted club but long shaft, is make sure the lie is good. Make sure you're comfortable with the lie. Now in that particular shot, I tried to manufacture something very different. I tried to swing it steeper and really feel like I was chopping down on it. And actually what I did was probably what a lot of golfers and what a lot of golfers I see do as well when they're just trying to hit this style of shot, is you're trying to hit down on the golf ball because you're worried about topping it, and invariably end up topping it. I got to the top of the backswing knowing that I was a bit steeper and wanted to be steeper, and I wanted to chop down on the golf ball. And what I did, my spine angle, my shoulders and my head went this way. So once they go in front of my lower body, I'm in front of the golf ball, and that club just comes down, hits the top of the golf ball because it's not ready to hit the golf ball yet. The golf ball was too far back in my stance for that type of golf swing. The golf swing was not intentional whatsoever to be that steep, but that's what it's caused me to do. So I see a lot of golfers start to try and manufacture the shot by making sure they hit down on the golf ball by using their upper body to come this way, rather than trying to make sure they feel that their head stays just behind the golf ball. Now, a lot of the time you can kind of start to feel that if you try and stay behind the golf ball, what's that going to make you feel like you're going to do? It's going to make you feel like you're going to hit the ground before the ball, or you're going to top it. So it's counterintuitive to then start to drive your upper body towards the golf ball, or in my side, to the left of the golf ball. So the first thing you do when you're hitting a 3-wood, like I've already said, assess the lie. Next up, obviously it's going to be alignment, but ball position is very much varied depending on how you swing the golf club. If you're a slicer of the ball, so therefore your golf swing is steeper and more out to win, your ball position needs to be closer to your front foot. If you're similar to me and the golf swing is a little bit more on the inside, your ball position needs to be closer to the center of your stance, because we need to make sure that we're hitting the golf ball at the bottom of our swing, at the bottom of the swing's arc. So one of the things that I had to learn from that shot is making sure that my head stays in the position it started. Now that sounds really, really obvious, doesn't it? It's like you're probably thinking, yeah, Carter, Andy, stupid. Obviously we know that, we try and do that. So what you got to try and do, my head is in line with the club head at this point. As I swing to the top, I want to try and make sure I feel the lower body driving towards the target, my hips rotating towards the target, and I want to feel like my club lands here, but it doesn't hit the ground, it just brushes the ground, okay? So I want to feel like my club is always working parallel to the very, very top of the ground. We're not trying to hit down too much, and I'm certainly not trying to hit up. When I've got such a low lofted club, the ball will launch low. It will not launch up very, very high at all. So to really send this ball up, we've got to make sure that we maintain head position. And by maintaining head position, we're maintaining the spine angle, okay? So one of the things I want to try and do, we're going to use a lower body for strike, we're going to use a lower body for power. We're going to use the upper body for quality of strike and initial launch angle. So for me, I'm going to put the ball position a little bit further back than where the textbook says. I can take my posture, take my setup. Now my head is looking straight at the TSR on the 3-wood head. So I'm just going to make sure that my head stays in just behind the golf ball and my lower body works out to the target. So my lower body is the key here. If I don't rotate with power, my hands can take over. I can flip the ball left, or I could land the club too soon and catch it fat. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna hit this one. We're gonna launch it, okay? Oh, that's so good. That was more like it. The very last shot I hit with this was at Troon. So it's just so nice to not top it. Right, one thing I've got to try and do now is do it twice in a row for you. So what I did then, took my setup, put the ball position in the right place that suits my golf swing and my general shape, kept my head just to the right side of the golf ball for me, so just behind the golf ball. Made sure I got this rotation, so don't get stiff and static. Don't try and steer the golf ball. Again, it's something that we all fall into because we're trying to save the shot, we're trying to manufacture the shot. We try so hard to not make a mistake. We make mistakes. But just like I did at Troon, I tried to make sure I was steep so I got a good connection, and by trying to do that, I made the worst possible movement for the shot. It's the worst thing I could have done. But in your mind, that doesn't always seem to be the case. So club in, ball position, further back than where the textbook says. Got my takeaway into position, keep my head to the back of the golf ball. Oh, I've ripped it. It's come out quite low actually, but I've absolutely pured it. And to finish this off, we're going to go for one more because you want to hit the ball a little bit higher. Now sometimes, and that's exactly the shot you hit, I hit it right out the centre, but as I kept myself back, I didn't release the golf club. So if I didn't release the golf club, I came in with low loft. Again, very, very easy mistake to make because we're trying to steer. We're trying not to hit a bad shot. So we're trying not to use the hands so much, almost hit like a cricket shot. Hit it straight out of the middle, but with the loft of a low lofted driver. It literally just bullet, but never moved. So let's try that again. Ball position on the inside of my left foot, just further back than where the textbook is. Head to the back of the golf ball. There it is. So you see the difference? That strike felt exactly the same. That last one I had a bit more freedom through my golf shot. I released the golf club through the golf ball and managed to get the loft on the ball as well. So even by trying to pure it, instinctively we're going to make some mistakes along the way. And if the mistakes are like my second shot, the middle shot, where I just hit it perfect but really, really low, we're still going to take it. You've got to make sure that your bad shots get better, and that is the purpose of this video, is understanding what your faults are so you can correct them. That's easier said than done. However, I can do that for you. If you head over to the Skillest app, search my name, Andy Carter, I will give you a golf lesson on what you're doing wrong with your golf swing, so you know that the drills that I'm going to give you are specific to you, the analysis I give you is specific to your golf swing, and even down the future, if you don't want to continue with golf lessons, the videos that you're looking for on YouTube are relevant to you as well, because there's many reasons why you can top a 3-wood. You've got to make sure you're watching the correct video. Guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's been a big help to you. If it has, smash on that like button for me, please. It does make a huge difference to the channel. And what makes an even bigger difference is if you could press that subscribe button. But for today, from a glorious Clevedon Golf Club, we're coming into winter. Still got the arms out. Let's see how long this can last. I'll see you again very soon.